Hey, so I'm out here in the awesome tomatoes. Just picked a nice, good one. When we go back, got a little bit of an eat. Just checking on things really quick here. I got to go to Canada for a little trip here. Wife's gonna come with. We're gonna drop the kids off at my mom's house. Thanks, Mom. I know you watch these. But yeah, we got to go through the garden here really quick. Just looking at my tomatoes. I don't know about you guys, but my tomatoes are finally starting to explode here. They're turning very, very quick. And you know, this guy right here, they're just doing great, just doing awesome. And I did something new this year with my tomatoes. Is I planted them with Epsom salt. I've always wanted to do that. I've read a lot of couple things about that. My coworker told me he does that, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna do that this year, and I'm gonna see how it goes. So planted these with Epsom salt, and I did some really good pruning, and tomatoes are doing amazing. Stuff in here, just the kales. I moved a lot of my herbs here in the middle because I want these guys to grow during the winter time. And the more you get towards the middle of your structure, the heat will stay in the middle. The outside part's gonna freeze. So got my herbs right here. I got my next round of broccoli coming up. Not yet. The plants are doing good. Got some more kohlrabi. And then beets and beans, and the lettuce and beets right there. Lettuce was doing amazing. I actually really cannot believe how good the lettuce grew inside this hoop house. Average temperatures are close to 90 degrees in this hoop house during the day, and I really thought they were gonna have the lettuce was gonna have a really hard time growing. The lettuce rock and rolled was amazing inside this hoop house. So definitely something I'm going to be adding to the list to always grow inside here. So looking forward to making the hoop house bigger. My plan is to make it all the way to the end right here, right where that ends, right here. Pick up an extra 4 feet. I'm going to go ahead and make this hoop house 12 feet wide. No, 12 feet long, and it's still going to be 8 feet wide. And it's probably about 8 feet tall. So yeah, gonna be starting that project here soon. Hopefully I can try to do a video on it to show you guys how to do it. I've had a lot of people ask me how I built this hoop house, so I'm gonna try to put a lot more detail in a video and some instructions for you all. So I come through the garden here. The cucumbers from growing up. Now I have said in numerous videos on how much I like vertical gardening. Show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, right there. I have my my spaghetti squash growing, and I use these little wraps here. So these are tree wraps. I use these to kind of help the squash support itself up top. So vertical gardening, super amazing way to utilize space in your garden. I have right over here too, I got some cantaloupe growing up. I'll show you. So right here, use a cantaloupe. I got one right here. As you can see, I have one right there. That's the other, that in this case, this is the spaghetti squash. That guy ended up growing on the ground. But as it grows up and that melon starts to form, and you know it's not going to die back, you know it's really going to form, you go in and get that tree wrap and you kind of just cradle it. So yeah, my vertical gardening, I love it. I love it. I think if you want to grow squashes and you don't have enough room, do the vertical gardening. I got a couple videos on it. You can go over to YouTube, Matt the Garden Guy, you could find them. Or you can search my Facebook or Instagram, you'll probably find them. I think it's harder to find videos on that, but you can probably find them over on YouTube, Matt the Garden Guy. Check out my my butternut squash over here. Now that's my tomatoes, my next round, or sorry, potatoes, my next round of potatoes in this potato bag. So over here, I have my butternut squash growing the same exact way up, and there's one coming in right here. Butternut squash right here, that guy's doing amazing. So when this guy gets a little bit bigger, I'm gonna go ahead and support that. See if I have any more coming. I got one right there. Boom, awesome. So when I get back from my trip on Sunday, I'm gonna go ahead and probably support this guy up. And as we look, looks like I don't have any more. So this is my butternut squash growing up. Like I said, vertical gardening. I love it. If I had more space in my garden, I'd do it. I do have another vertical garden on the side of the house where I'm attempting to grow zucchini. I planted the zucchini later in the year. It's not doing too well, so yeah, zucchini on the vertical garden, that works too. Up the side garden, you see right over there, pardon the neighbor's AC. See right back there is the zucchini. It's trying to grow up, so we'll see how it goes. Got my cloth on top of my Brussels sprouts. The bugs are still getting in here, but it's way better than it's been in the year, and the Brussels sprouts are coming up. It's hard to tell, but they're coming up, trust me, they're in there. The beans grow up. Put your lines, they grow up the post, and every layer you're gonna have a layer of beans. Let me sneak in here. So right here are my pinto beans. When we come right here, I have a layer of pinto beans right here. And then come up, here's a new layer forming. I have some right here. And if it gets up a little bit bigger, hopefully I have another layer right there. So I got pinto beans coming up here, here's pinto beans. Then over here, my black beans, and I just didn't have enough time to put the post, or to get the strings across. And they're really not growing that much taller. These are my black beans. So yeah, these guys are doing good too. So last year was the first year I ever decided to grow pinto beans and black beans. And I learned a lot from that. My buddy Jerry down in Tennessee helped me out. Thanks, Jerry. I was always wondering, when do you pick the beans? At the end of the year. Basically, when the pea pods have completely dried out, basically you take them and you shake them, and if you hear them rattling, you know they're ready. Uh-oh, attack of the killer blackberry. Blackberries are doing amazing. I know a lot of people that follow me say their blackberries have already turned or eating them. My blackberries came a little bit later this year, but they taste amazing. And the wife picked a very good amount of blackberries. Here's one right here coming in. Got one coming in right there. That one. Yeah, this one's going right in my mouth. But my wife Jen picked a bunch of blackberries. I think we're going to end up eating them in some oatmeal tomorrow. So, oh, those are so good. Fresh blackberries. Nice little blackberry patch like that. I have 2 blackberry bushes. I have them in a box here that's 2 feet wide by 8 feet long. Got a little spot in your yard. Throw a little blackberry patch here. Got my raspberries in the back there too. Blackberries are pretty crazy in how they grow. So, like right here, this guy right here, that wasn't here at the beginning of the year. That is next year's cane. So, the ones that have blackberries on them right now, they won't produce next year. In spring, I'll go ahead and cut those ones off. Then I'll have my new blackberry canes in there. And those will be the ones that form blackberries on them for next year. Or if I'm doing it next year, for that year. So yeah, a little check in on the garden really quick. Yeah, what are we harvesting? We're harvesting tomatoes, peppers, the cucumbers, making pickles. Got my second batch of potatoes in the ground. I have some potatoes that are in buckets. You might have saw I posted a video on that earlier this year on potatoes in the buckets. Those are going to be harvested next week. Sorry, I got a blackberry stuck in my mouth, my tooth there. Those are going to be harvesting next week, so be on the lookout for that. You know, we got lettuce, we got herbs. Now my AC decided to kick on. Man, got the rest of our peas, and we've been chucking them. I got to get a new batch of peas started when we get back too. What am I thinking about right now for my garden? I'm thinking about what do I need to start getting ready for my end of the year harvest. So here in Wisconsin, probably October's game over, end of October's game over. So I need to start figuring out what can I get in the ground in the next couple weeks that will grow fast and I can get a harvest out of. So got that. I also have going through my mind the hoop house remodel, expansion, I guess you would call it. And then what am I going to put in the hoop house? I want to grow stuff through the winter. So how am I going to design it and that? And then just waiting for the rest of the garden to pop so we can finish harvesting it. So I'd love to know how your garden is doing. Go and post a picture or a video down below. That'd be awesome, guys. Hey, until next time, keep growing. And that's right. I'll talk to you guys later.